So welcome to Strength Culture's YouTube channel. Again, today we're just going to be looking over a very small, quick introduction to breathing mechanics. And we have two MRIs that we're going to look at here, which are actually movement-based MRIs. So the first one here we have is the thoracic cavity. We are looking from the anterior view, so we can see through the middle here, this is the heart tissue. On the right-hand side, we will have, this left-hand side of the image is the right hand side, so the person is facing us, and this will be the left hand side. We can see that the heart is slightly centered towards the left of the cavity. We have this big tissue structure under here, which is the liver, which is placed on the right hand side, and then over here we have the stomach and the further organs down below. If we traced around the top of the liver here underneath the heart, this is where the diaphragm would sit. So as we are breathing, we can see that would be an inhaled position. The thoracic diaphragm has descended down towards the abdominal cavity. So we've actually moved down towards the pelvic bowl. As a result, we can see how much bigger this right-hand side of the thoracic cavity got. Obviously, that is going to decrease the pressure. It's going to create a pressure gradient from the outside, funneling air down into the thoracic cavity. So if we watch that again, as we inhale, we're going to get that descension of the thoracic diaphragm. We're going to get that increase in available space in the thoracic cavity, and that's what's going to draw air in. And we can see that that is occurring with a forced inhale here. The other thing that I want you to be aware of here is our bucket handle action of these ribs. We can see that as we inhale, they move outwards and upwards. So they move laterally and superiorly as we inhale. So it's just a really cool look. And this is something that we go over in detail with our seminars here at Melbourne Strength Culture, our principles of performance. I've got the link in the bio if you're interested in coming along. But this is another MRI of this time the thoracic and the abdominal cavity we can see. So this would be the mass of the viscera. This would be your thoracic cavity here. We can see that upon inhalation, how much that abdominal viscera gets pushed down towards the pelvic bowl. So it's really, really important, and this is something that we teach here at Melbourne Strength Culture, is that the ventral cavity is really just a pressure change. It's a pressure change cavity. We can alter the pressure in the thoracic cavity, in the abdominal cavity, or in both cavities, depending on where we are in the breath cycle and what we're trying to perform or the task that we're trying to complete in the gym. And it's really, really important to understand how this affects both movement at the upper extremity in the shoulders when the pressure changes in the thoracic cavity, and how this descending viscera upon inhalation and ascending viscera upon exhalation affects both the pelvic positions and the pressure within the pelvic region down below here. Again, we'll also have the pelvic floor assisting in the movement of this viscera. But something that's really, really important. Again, we'll be discussing this in detail at our Principles of Performance seminar. So if you're interested, please look at the links in the bio. Other than that, we'll see you next time.